Hi, welcome to Chris Cook for You Too. Today we're going to be doing Brussels sprouts in orange sauce. So I'm going to get started. I know a lot of people may prepare just straight Brussels sprouts, but today I'm going to show you how to spruce it up a little bit. We're going to do it in orange sauce. Now, I have some Brussels sprouts that I've already peeled, and for the sake of time I've done that. So now I had two that I didn't peel just so I can show you how to do it. If you see the Brussels sprouts have a little darkened part, you're supposed to cut that off, and you clean your Brussels sprouts, which means you pick the two top ones off and you just cut it in half like that. Okay, that's all you do. You cut this off. The leaves will fall off, and then you cut your Brussels sprouts in half. Now, what I'm going to do is take this over to the stove and blanch it, so follow me. Now, for sake of time, I've already had the water that's boiling, so I'm going to put the Brussels sprouts in the boiling water, and I'm going to allow it to just boil or blanch for 5 minutes. And it's really only until it gets soft. So if they get soft a little bit before 5 minutes, then we'll just go ahead and take them out. Now, in this pan, I have 1 tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to start to melt the butter. The only thing that we're going to be seasoning this with is 1 orange, which I've already squeezed out, and I have about 1/3 cup of juice that came from the orange. I have 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, and salt and pepper to taste. So once these boil, we'll get back. It's been about 5 minutes, so now we're going to start to take the Brussels sprouts out. As a matter of fact, I've already started, but I wanted to show you just one. See, I'm pressing the top of it, and it's relatively soft, so that means that it's ready. Now, I've already started to take these out, so I'm going to continue just to take them out, and I'm going to sit them to the side. And they smell delicious. And when you make your sauce and you put over it, it's a very nice side dish for you to serve, especially if you have guests. Now I'm going to move this to the back of the stove, and I'm going to put this butter back. Like I told you, my butter's already started to melt. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to remove this. So while that butter is melting, I'm going to add the Brussels sprouts as soon as it just melts up a little. Now this was, you know, just a small amount of butter. As I told you, it was 1 tablespoonful. So now, you can see that the butter has started to kind of fry up a little bit. So I'm going to put in my Brussels sprouts. Now, to my Brussels sprouts, I'm going to add my ginger. I'm going to salt and pepper to taste. And if you notice, I didn't put any salt in my boiling water. And the reason why I didn't, because I knew I was going to salt at the end. Now we're going to add some pepper to this as well. I've told you I love cracked black pepper. Just has a fresh taste to it, and it's really good when you're making any dish, but especially when you're doing a side dish. Okay, now to that I'm going to add my orange juice, and this is the juice from 1 orange. This is not concentrated. This is the juice from 1 orange, and I showed you the orange. I'm going to pour that in. Now, turn my stove up just a little bit. The only thing else that I'm going to add is I have about 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and I'm going to add a little water just to mix my cornstarch with. That's mixed up kind of good, and I'm going to pour that in. I'm going to stir this until it thickens. which it won't take that long. Cornstarch only takes about a minute before it starts to thicken. This is a great side dish. And as you can see, it's creaming up real good. So I got the orange flavor that's coming up. The flavor is mixing with my Brussels sprouts. And this is really nice. Now, I have a plate here. I think I'm going to put it on the stove. It only takes about 3 or 4 minutes. This is not a dish that takes a whole lot of time. Plate it up for you. Losing one, that's not so bad. Okay. There you have it. Creamed Brussels sprouts in orange sauce. It came out beautifully. Can't wait for you all to try this dish. It's really pretty and it would add to any table. Again, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Chris cooked for you too. Bye.